So as you know, I went to the city this weekend. Had a great time.
Oh, sorry. Did you go to Gigi's Cupcakes?
No, I didn't because they were closed. Thank you. They were taking a holiday weekend. Yeah, because I was supposed to call you and ask if you wanted anything, and then I was like, he's not going to care. He's probably busy.
Busy and just playing Magic.
You weren't on Meta for sure.
I didn't know when you were going to be back.
No, dude, I've been killing it on Meta on a different subject. I have basically made that game my bitch. I've beaten it so many times.
I always mean to hop on.
There's so much new shit now. The more you beat it, the more it adds. That's what makes that game so unsuspecting, is it looks like it's just a small bundle of game, run through your stuff, you're done. Yeah, right? And now there's ghosts, and then there's the completion of the ghost's life and journey to get them to ascend. And then there's mining, where you can mine your own dungeon and create your own stuff. And then it's like creative mode on Fortnite. Endless options. But I digress. I've been working on a table for my wife for the last week and a half. The legs are in, the epoxy's in, the alcohol pigment's in. Everything is here.
I was going to say, I saw your post about it.
It was so nice.
Yeah, like black, marble-ish look. Looks like
veins. It's perfectly veiny. I'm now a professional epoxy resin woodworker. If you'd like something, let me know. I can do countertops, resin coffee tables or river tables, as they're talking about, dining tables, up to 12 foot, but just not enough space from there.
And I'm a newly established carpenter.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, he's my cousin. I go by Alex.
So that's what it looked like from Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's super nice. I took some really lovely photos. What's the worst thing that could happen to this?
Well, considering you know what you're doing, I'd say if you didn't know what you were doing and you mix the oils and...
There's no oils. Nothing can happen like the countertops.
Okay.
This is a regular piece of wood that I took 2 pieces of MDF, cut them in half, and got them to the right dimensions, and then covered this.
I'd say like maybe not setting properly.
Yeah, probably. Or this.
Your cat.
The cat. Walked all over it, got epoxy on its paws. I should have taken a picture before with the hairs that were up. It looked like mohawks on every foot, all over the table. So when I sand this, since it is pigmented, it's not clear coated, I have to sand it all bye-bye.
Damn.
That is $300 in epoxy. Gone.
Because the cat?
Because of the cat. And my masterpiece ruined. So that cat ran for its life this morning.
I bet.
It did. So me and Elizabeth were talking about, do you want a cat, dead or alive? She's like, dead. And then it became this joke of like, I'll kill a pussy. Absolutely. I'll kill it. You can have it. Dead pussy. It was very frustrating.
Yeah, I bet. How many hours is that?
I'm in 20 hours currently.
Yeah.
Imagine I need to do about 8 more now.
There's no way to like sand a portion of it. What? Okay. Soft pitching to you. Whatever, like the cat walked on, you just...
You're like soft pitch. I'm like...
like the way I see it in my mind, all right? This is a table, right? So like the cat walked fucking...
No, the cat only got 3 paws in and then got stuck. And then their body, I don't have a picture of that, their body got stuck to the epoxy. And all their fur is on the epoxy, like a glue trap for a mouse.
Okay.
They got on it when it was super sticky and pulled a bunch of their fur out. So it was like a giant mohawk through the center of the table. So I pulled all that out, and now there's just paw prints and a chunk and a dent in the center. Yeah.
So, all right, imagine that they did walk more through it. What about instead of sanding out the entire thing, you just do like a little cool river kind of going through it or something. You take that.
But you saw the marble, right?
Yeah, but doesn't mean you can still add something else through it. Like, what if it's like gold? A little bit of gold.
Just make like a lava vein of gold.
Yeah. You know, there's a Japanese art.
I understand.
You know,
yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
What's the hell is the name of that?
I forget what it's called, but...
Kintsugi, yeah.
You won't realize your full potential until you go through the tough times.
Kume says, work in awareness in order to truly be healing. Well, that is a lovely sentiment. I'd rather kill the cat and use its blood. I hate cats, and then it does this.
You could still do that.
I went out of my way, man, to make sure the cat wasn't going to go in there too. And somehow my wife let the cat in there after hours or even early hours in the morning because it took longer to cure because it was in the cold, sure. But boy, it looked so just, I even got all the drips off the edge. I don't got to sand or prep anything because I stayed meticulous for the first 2 hours, scraping all the drips off. Mm-hmm. It was ready just to put on legs this morning. If the cat didn't do this, I could have just put legs on, been done. Imagine.
Right.
Why are you laughing?
I mean, it's kind of funny.
It's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's depressing if I was a lesser man.
Yeah, but now it just gives you an opportunity to improve it. Like I said, you could either do that, or have you seen those like where?
So that design, that's the cat's fur right here. That's the fur, and then their footprint is here, and then there's fur. So that whole thing would be the top left-hand corner. Uh-huh. And this is supposed to be a coffee bar. So either way, I've got to sand it. Because I think no matter what, I'd have to sand it to get like the fur and the little cat shit from the paws out. And from there, that'll get it down a little bit in the design. So I may retain a lot of the color. I'm not sure because it's pure color, man. It's just the way that color was laid on there and there's no clear coat. If I would have casted a clear coat over it last night once it tacked, that would have been an option. But my wife wanted matte, so we're going to matte finish 500 to 800 on there. Mm-hmm. And it's just a lot of sanding.
Again,
option, I know.
You don't have to sand the entire thing.
I have to sand the entire thing now that my wife says to make it matte finish. But the cat prints, man, they fuck. I'm gonna
just kitsugi it.
Kitsugi. Come here.
Just saying.
Yeah, I saw a guy did a resin river table with kitsugi.
Oh yeah, I've seen people do like river resin tables, and they have like little figurines in it.
I always thought about doing that with like the Star Wars ones and whatnot. That would be really cool. The thing to do would be either to spot each one of the handprints and fill it with its own epoxy, little resin, matching the color best I can. Mm-hmm. Which I was thinking could be kind of cool if I sanded a swirl or something. But it's just, I don't think I can get that color exact because it was so deep of black and that the white, when it got on there, was just like a smoke. And so this smoked marble table is just, it was perfect. I'm telling you, I'd never felt that it was more perfect than yesterday. The drips, the color, it got like 200 fucking likes on Facebook, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody comments on my shit that much. I'm like, now I'm going to be a full-time woodworker. Dude, I was so happy about it. And then we did a taste test review with the kids, trying like different sodas.
Oh, yeah? Which ones did you try?
What was it? The yucky, like, what is it called? Unicorn poop or unicorn poop, and then fungal fruit, which is like a fungus moldy fruit.
From where?
I bought them all from a weird store. Red cupcake, Devil's Red Cupcake, which is basically like a blood-soaked cupcake. Birthday cake, Bazooka Bubblegum, Lemon Meringue Tang, and then Triple X Root Beer. Triple X Root Beer won the show. It's the best root beer I've ever tried in my life. My wife went to their website and bought like 2 cases of it.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it's going to taste like with a vanilla ice cream. I'm a big proponent of fucking root beer floats lately. I grew up and now I'm just like, Nanny, where are you? I need my root beer float.
Alcoholic root beer float?
Dude, that's RumChata and root beer. You don't even need ice cream.
Would it taste better with ice cream?
No, it tastes the exact same. Have you ever had RumChata?
Yeah.
Dude, RumChata and root beer. Change your fucking life. I was addicted for a while there. That is a dangerous combination. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised.
You guys been busy today?
Yeah, to a degree. He's kicking ass though. Asked for a day off already. I told the guy in Sacramento because still hasn't made a payment for February. I was like, dude, February 1st, I'm flying out. I'm locking the doors. You got 10 days to try and sell as much as you can or hide as much money, do whatever you want to do.
You mean March?
Yeah. Sorry. March 1st. So come March 1st, I'll lock the doors, kick him out, take everything that's in there. Mm-hmm. It's just, that's how it will happen. That's what our contract says. That's what the agreement, my lease says. I have access to the building. As soon as I told him that, it's like no contact now. I'm like, I already had somebody check that he's not like moving a bunch of shit out every night. It's going to be funny. He thinks like, oh, nothing's going to happen. Dude, when you get sued, so a judgment for like $100,000, if hypothetically he took a bunch of shit, I'd probably sue him for like 200. That'll change his life for the future forever. Any money he makes, any taxes he gets, any jackpots he ever wins, any dime he ever gets sent to his name by law is going to come to me first.
Damn.
That sucks for most people. I have a couple of judgments out now, and it's ruthless. Like some guy was getting taxes back for his kids, went through TurboTax or whatever, and boop, lien straight from the bank account. Gone. Thank you, $3,500. Settled. Well, you guys can't take that. Oh, my God. You were sued 3 years ago. Hell yeah, I can take it.
Right.
But imagine, hypothetically, it takes off today, $200,000. It's what he probably owe me in somewhere in the range.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, because he's got 2 kids with a girl.
Especially after that, what was it? He bought a phone off a homeless guy.
Oh, yeah, that's a different story. He was so worried about getting arrested. Just in this industry, a lot of guys will end up buying shit on the arm that it's like on the verge of stolen, but they don't really know. So if they don't know, it can't hurt them. It will hurt you. And if you are not licensed by the DOJ to buy used products, don't fucking try it. There's a lot of guys on our Facebook page. They're CPRSRT or phone flipping strategies 101, all these little groups that have like 12,000 people spread out. They always talk like they're some big ballers when they buy a bunch of phones. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny. It's like, oh, I spent like $5,000 on all this shit. And I'm like, yeah, it's so amazing. And you didn't check a serial, not once to see if it was stolen. They're like, oh no, it's going overseas. And I'm like, then you're trafficking in stolen goods. Well, that's not a problem for me. It's a problem for you. Absolutely. Everyone gets caught eventually.
Right.
Your little grift only goes so long. My Amazon grift eventually will get caught. And you all know what I'm talking about. I love fucking over Amazon.
They can afford it.
They can afford it.
It's like
It's never a private seller on Amazon. It's always Amazon by Amazon. So here we go.
$1 trillion company.
With a T. Give me an R. Give me an I. Double L-I-O-N trillion.
Daddy Bezos, that's practically like chump change. That's drawer change. That's couch change.
There's like one guy that says that he's living in Sacramento was actually funneling devices, money, all kinds of things, and electronic digital equipment straight to Oklahoma.
That's thousands of dollars. He's like, I have that in my couch.
Yeah, it's like, okay, check the left cushion, honey.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. What's you excited about the new Dune movie?
You know, I haven't seen the first Dune movie.
What?
Yeah. I've been wanting to read Dune for the longest time. I just haven't gotten the time yet.
You're so nerdy. You just haven't watched.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, dude. Is Timothée Chalamet really that good in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, fuck that guy and his whole life and fuck his life. That was the only thing that I've ever watched that was like, oh my God, that's really good. And I'm happy I watched it. I'm looking forward to the second one. If the second one kills it, then fuck you.
Oh, I'll have to watch it. I know my brother bought it on Apple, so I have access to it. I just need to sit down and...
It's been free on HBO Max forever.
Oh, that's true. I have HBO Max, too.
I guess they just released the last 6 episodes of Doom Patrol in the last couple of months. I was super pissed about that because they like held off because of the strikes and all this shit. Mm-hmm. I forgot the show even existed. Same thing happened with Teen Titans, and then they never did anything with it until super recently.
I've heard Doom Patrol is pretty good.
Yeah, it was. It was great. And then Teen Titans kind of jumped off a cliff. Basically, I think they canceled it after how many seasons? Yeah, Teen Titans was really good. Right here, Titans. Or just Titans, sorry. It was 4 seasons. So on the 4th season, Alan Rickson was Hank Hall, the guy from Reacher. Mm-hmm. And then Brendan Thwaites, whatever.
Did you ever start watching Letterkenny?
No, I haven't had a chance. I want to know, I can't remember what the ending was. Oh, yeah, okay, now I do.
Give me a real spoiler alert.
Yeah, basically they're on the rooftop talking about what they're going to do with their lives, etc. But they rushed this super bad. Even Bruce Wayne is there and a bunch of people. But what have you been up to while we're waiting for this?
Well, Friday was pretty busy. Pretty packed.
How many appointments?
7.
All full or just shots?
a few of them were shots. The rest were IVs.
What do you make on a shot? Enough to actually drive out?
Oh, they come to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the shots. I make like $10 off a shot, which gives me my money back from, because needles and syringes and Band-Aids and alcohol pads really aren't that expensive. And
that's just money back, really.
Yeah, it's all money back that I get from the shots. And then after that, I, obviously went to the comic book store, play Magic.
Yeah, the comic book guy came in here earlier.
Did he?
Yeah.
Dave or Chris?
The skinny one.
Dave.
He was asking, like, all the wrong questions about 3D printing and, like, tried, but didn't know the difference between, like, FDM and... I was like, why don't you just grab your own resin printer? He's like, oh, And then everything I recommended that had anything to do with money, his eyes lit up like, oh, yeah, I don't got that. And I'm like, ah. That's what also was funny that Elizabeth walked in after, and I'm like, oh, shit. Why are you so shy to ask Elizabeth out?
I'm not shy to... Yeah, I'm sending you a bunch of TikToks. Did you hear about the whole Acorn thing? You haven't heard about the Acorn cop thing?
No.
Oh, dude. You're gonna need to look it up. If we can even play videos. But the whole thing was, I don't know when it happened, but like in the past couple of weeks, a cop shot somebody.
Oh my God! Yes, I heard something about this. I saw the video.
Yeah, because an acorn dropped on their patrol car and they thought they were getting shot at.
If they're still a cop, there's a fucking problem. You're not changing the subject, so why haven't you?
All right, but possible belligerent customer incoming.
Why?
Guy at Cricket got pushed up against a door. Had to call the law enforcement on him. There's a guy driving for a day and night cab who has like his speakers just packed full of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to believe that that's what was wrong with it. So Cricket called us, let us know what's going on. Apparently he got kicked out of Kirby's as well. So
I don't have my gun with me. I left it in my car. My 45's in the safe.
I have mine in my truck.
What do you rock?
P63XL.
Nice. That's nice. That's a little like a subcompact.
Yeah, a little bit bigger because I got a little bit bigger hands.
Yeah, I use the XD40.
If you want me to go grab it.
Oh, he's going to set up his phone for recording, but...
I don't think that's going to stop somebody who wants to murder us.
He only pushed somebody against the door that's smaller than him. I don't think he's going to touch us. I hope he does. Because get it on camera.
All right. I just sent you a TikTok. Perfectly explained.
Okay, but I'm still... sir, I need my answer.
And I'm sending you TikTok for
that's
my response.
That I understand, but that's a beautiful woman, right? And
yeah.
She's super funny.
Yeah.
She is very nerdy. I'm surprised as fuck she's single. Like, she's business oriented. If I was single, God, I already told my wife that. She was like, don't fucking talk about it. No. I was like, that's the same type. She's very built like my wife,
Yeah.
I have a style. I met with somebody who's a tattoo artist, not just a mom, business owner, worker extraordinaire. But like eventually she'll get there. My wife's just got more belts.
I asked her to drinks, but she said I didn't.
She's like, I owe you a response on Facebook.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's just into the people who mock and like, she seems like if I talked to her negatively when I was like, yeah, you're dumb as shit. But she was super nice about it. But she was like into that, where it's just like a man has to take charge. She's into that. If you're watching this, Liz, because I made you subscribe to this.
If you're watching this, and we know that you are.
I want you to know, this is a very stern man who's nervous at first, but get a couple drinks in him and he's going to tell you what's what. It's like, you know what? Here's how I'd run this chicken coop. I'm going to build you a fucking chicken coop. I'm going to get you eggs.
I don't know if that's a proper thing I want to convey to women is I get stern whenever I drink.
No, not stern. He's going to be more into like conversating with you and being like more manly about like, I can build you shit. I can do you things for you. He's just, he's a teddy bear on the outside. He'll rock your world.
I don't know how many times I can tell somebody I'll treat them right. I swear to God.
You swear to God.
Yeah.
It's not about treating them. They don't want right. They never want right.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
And that's not the problem. I bitched the same way when I was like 18. They always picked the wrong guy. And then I was just like, I'm the wrong guy.
I'm perfectly comfortable with who I am and where I'm at.
You're fine. My point is, I think she and you, great couple, at least for a couple of drinks. Just saying.
At least for a couple of drinks.
I'm fucking shipping this. No, fuck that. Give him the drinks. He'll buy.
So, like, whenever she did that painting for me, I was like, I asked her, like, how much she wanted for it. She was like, you don't have to, pay me or whatever. I was like, well, like, I'm going to pay you for your time and, your experience for, like, what you did.
She did the painting out front?
No, she did. So I have a friend that works at the salon, and they're really into the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And about a year ago, me and another coworker from the ambulance base, we saw a Red Hot Chili Peppers like painting. It was a painting and it had a bunch of chili peppers on it. And me and her were like, we should get this for Crystal because she loves the Red Hot Chili Peppers. She's gonna go see them with her husband, and it's gonna be a perfect like birthday present.
Hey, what's up, man? Everything work out?
Yeah, I got mine now.
Perfect. Did you get it to charge yesterday? Yeah, Northwest work?
Yeah.
Perfect. If you need anything, just swing on by.
Yeah. I got the other one ordered. So.
Sweet. Yeah.
That weird shape one.
Yeah, just make sure you look in your settings for the conversion. Because on the settings on Amazon, it'll tell you if you have that CCS retrofit. Yeah, I've still got to make my appointment for mine. But when I do, I'm going to be much more excited to go east. All right, brother. If you ever need anything, swing by. Thanks, brother. That's another story I forgot to tell you, but...
Yeah. So then her and I, we split the payment of the freaking canvas painting for them. Then... By the way, my coworker from the EMS, her name's also Crystal, and then we're giving it to another Crystal. So I'll just say Crystal number 2 is the one that I bought it with. And Crystal 2 takes it to her house, says she's going to contact somebody to get it painted. A year passes, and I get reminded because I see Crystal 1's Red Hot Chili Peppers thing or whatever, and I'm like, did she ever like get somebody to paint it? And I called her, and she's like, no, it's been sitting in my hot tub room. And I'm like, what the hell, Crystal, number 2? So then I call Betty, Elizabeth, and I'm like, hey, do you have a chance, by any chance, if you have any free time, do you think you'd be able to, like, add something to this painting for a friend? She's like, yeah, like 100%.
So does she do acrylic, or does she do...
All different kinds.
Okay.
Yeah. She like painting, photography, tattoos. Like
I didn't think photography. She didn't seem like, I told her about the podcast and whatnot, and I was like, oh, nothing about cameras.
Yeah, she showed me when I was getting my tattoo re-upped, redone.
Mm-hmm. Are you ever going to fill that in?
Yeah, when I have money.
Elizabeth, trade, man stuff, tattoos, bingo.
Carpeting. She's like, yeah, just stop by, drop it off. And, I was like, yeah, if you just do like some kind of like Red Hot Chili Peppers thing, that'd be like really cool, really dope.
She seems super dope for a kid who was born in 93.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
Kid, 32, but still.
Yeah.
Just younger than me, so I got to say kid.
Then
I didn't just do that.
Yeah.
Choking on my hilarity here.
So then she gets a painting done. I forget why did I even start the story?
Well, because we're talking about the painting and how Elizabeth.
Okay, yeah. So she gets a painting done. Yeah, I lost where I was gonna go.
Asking her out.
Yeah, but why did I say the painting story? Okay, I remember now because it was like I owed her and she didn't want to accept payment. So she gets a painting done. I'm like, at the time she was like, yeah, like you don't have to pay me or whatever. I was going to tell you, like, I'm just doing this as a friend. And
No problem. I want you to have the screen, please.
Remind me of the name on the invoice?
I just got a $40 tip for nothing.
hell yeah.
Literally.
I got a $60 tip earlier.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. I just held his phone. I was like, yeah, that's the guy with the screen placement. I just turned his phone on. He was like, yeah, the screen doesn't work. I'm like, here you go. Oklahoma.
Thanks.
There was a lady earlier that swore her phone didn't work. The screen looked like it was working perfectly fine. It's the second customer today that's just bringing it by for him.
Shits and gigs.
Yeah. Any discoloration or blacking? iPhones tend to get blacked more often than not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, it's a gruesome sight. I've never seen so many blacked iPhones. That's a porn joke, but just because they all of a sudden they're blacked out, can't see anything. It's like they just got fucking beat up all night long.
Really?
Yeah, but this one is perfectly fine. He's staring out that window.
Yeah, getting ready for
Oh my god.
showdown.
I know, right? It's pretty. Dad bod.
I was kind of upset. My one of my buddies said that he got a call from another buddy of ours to meet him at the bar because he thought he was going to get in a fight with somebody, and they didn't call me.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of upset. I was like, "Why didn't you guys call me? Like, I'd fucking go down and back you up."
How did that end, though?
It never happened. Nobody got into a fight.
Nothing?
No, because the guy is also like, he's a big motherfucker too. I'm surprised it didn't call more people. Yeah, when I asked her like how much I owed her for the painting, she was like, yeah. He was like, you don't owe me anything, and she reads these like National Geographic like informative books. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that like tell you everything about like trees, mushrooms.
Watches, yeah.
Yeah, and there was one that she didn't buy because it was like about fish, like in the middle of the ocean. She was like, "Yeah, I'm not really gonna need those. I'm not gonna go into the ocean." And there's this whole joke of like, well, you know, have you ever heard that theory that statistically your atoms could, by any chance, like 0.00000 like 1%, that you end up being transported somewhere like in the universe or maybe like on the world. I was like, you know, that could happen to you, and you could end up in the ocean, and then you wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
How to survive in the ocean. Survivor's not going to tell you that.
Yeah.
That's in the woods.
Exactly.
Or Naked and Afraid, only in Alex's house. But it's one of those things. You need to know how to survive in the ocean.
So I got her like one of those, the book that she was missing because she bought like everything but that book. Then she stopped by and she gave me the painting. I was like, it looks freaking awesome. You did like a really good job. And I was like, I still feel like, you know, I didn't need to pay you something. She was like, no, you don't. I was like, well, you know, like, what's your like favorite drink? I'll get you sometime. And then recently I had messaged her and I was like, hey, you know, I still owe you a drink or two for the painting you did. And she was like, no, you don't. But, you know, she was like, if you feel that in debt, I know something that you can help me out with.
I think this should come out after you do this, but I need you to do something for me. Very simple. Can you promise to do it before I tell you it?
That's a tall order.
There's nothing dangerous. I just need you to go pick up drinks and take them to her work where she's doing demo. That's it. Whether she's there or not, whether she quit for the day or not, take her a drink.
Can I just...
Even if it's a fucking coffee, go take her a coffee. Just try. Because even if she says, hey, it's a friends only zone, God forbid, you tried, you know, it's not you.
Yeah, I'm not...
That's always the worst part about dating or trying to like, because she's smoking, right? She's like got her shit together. It's more that she's got her shit together or like normal than most of the women out here that I'm just like, damn, that's, somebody needs to bag this. Not like, you know, bag it, but like throw a paper bag off their head, put them in the fucking cave, take them out of sight now. But no, the idea is that it's not you, so that you don't blame yourself like you didn't try. Because that's the worst. For me, at least, I was always like, oh, man, I should have done this. I should have done that. I wish I would have, should have, could have, blah, blah. And that led me into my entire fucking life of like, well, I'm just going to do it. And I'm just going to do it. And then I'm going to do it. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. And that's much easier than I wish I should have done it. The nerves of doing it are so much worse.
Yeah, that's so weird. I'm completely calm and fine whenever I have somebody dying in front of me, but asking out a woman, that's a real terrifying. That's a realist terrifying thing.
Did you focus on school when you were younger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Schmuck.
Yeah. I wasn't out there partying.
It shouldn't have been out there partying. Just would have. You should have watched The Pickup Artist back in the early 2000s on MTV. That was like the real.
I was also playing D&D with my friends in my garage.
I played D&D in my garage with my friends. Also, more technically, like we did campaigns that were like militarized campaigns back then instead of just D&D for nerds. Everyone was like, "Oh, cool! Like U.S. soldiers versus Iraq and versus Afghanistan." Like we did that.
Well, we did like Warhammer 40K.
Yeah. So I think it was Warhammer we played.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, we had little figurines and tickers. Like, this is your hit points.
We did that one, and we did Rogue Trader.
I don't know what Rogue Trader is.
It's like also set in Warhammer, but I was a captain of a like ship, and it would just be like encounters in space, space battles.
That's a lot of knowledge about video games. I mean, I'm telling you, you need to sell that to somebody and be like, hey, help you get started doing this. Just little side gigs. Just put it out there.
I'll help somebody build a Magic the Gathering deck.
And I'll print you a case for it.
Perfect, 2-in-1 right here.
Yeah. That's what I was telling the guy who was here. I just need, you got to find me the files for those prints. If I never know where to get them or like to remember them, send me all the files for all the cool shit. I'll print it. I'll have you take it to the comic book shop. You make half of whatever they make. I'll take the other half.
I'd be down for that.
Simple. There's another money-making project because I got 2 3D printers that are sitting and just haven't been posting anything.
Oh, really?
Yep. You can use my 3D printers to make money, and I'll make money by in turn you making money without actually doing anything.
Well, you'll have to put it on the print. I don't know how to do all that shit. Yeah.
Print.
You press buttons better than I do.
That's just what they're built for. These hands were made for pressing
These
all
hands
your
were
fucking nerves.
built to attempting to save people's lives. I've had my bad days.
Previously built for saving.
I still do it. I do FEMA contract work.
Well, yeah. How long ago was it?
Back in August.
2023.
Yeah.
So he's on a hiatus at the moment. I'd definitely say he's more built for business and entrepreneurship now. He's trying to get into that mindset, but he's also in that like, I should be doing this. So this is going backwards, and you're trying to do what? How do you do that? What's that thing where you're like, you can't move the hands backwards? You go one this way, and one.
I don't even know what you're trying to do.
One hand this way, and one hand the other way.
You're just stuck? Is that it?
Yeah, because move one hand one way, and one hand the other way.
Autism.
This guy got a hold of an autism test. Sorry for the off, but this guy got a hold of an autism test, and I think everyone's on the autism spectrum that was born post-90. Everyone. Because we are all so electrically inundated that we have to have something, doing something, idle hands, the devil's worship, the whole nine, that everyone's a little bit autistic. And I don't think it's wrong to say that you're fucking autistic to a degree. Yeah, you. No, you're autistic. All right, everybody. So just so you know, here's why I think everyone's a little autistic. No, it doesn't fucking matter. My explanations won't really console you in this trying time that you have now found out you're autistic.
It's the lead.
It's the lead and the water and the politics and the air and the pollution and the soil and the fields and the people who work the fields and don't work the fields and the world around you and everything on social media that is just but everything is so go online. There's no way not to be some form of autism in like acting like it. Me right now and all the shit we're going, talking, doing, that's autism.
There's definitely people that are way more normal.
Like no reaction. Those people who are autistic, where like they can't
No,
get
those
social cues.
Those people are social sociopaths.
I employed a guy who had no social reaction, could not understand what jokes or hints you would give, or if you were like, yeah, don't pass me that, and he'd be like, okay. No sarcasm. Didn't understand anything.
Did he not have empathy either?
No.
Probably sociopath.
And then again, I don't have empathy, so.
You say that, but then you're like, yeah, dude, like I really care about you. That's empathy.
I care about you.
Yeah, that's empathy. That's a form of empathy.
You had to build that with me.
Yeah, that means you have it.
Day one, you could have died on that fucking chair. I wouldn't have picked you up for 911. I wouldn't have given you CPR or nothing. I think you're wildly understating how different that is.
But the fact that you still have empathy?
But it's a different type of empathy. It's not like, oh my God, I have empathy for you because you're human. No, fuck 99.9999999% of humans to a degree. It's my bubble. I appreciate you. You've been there when I've asked you to, vice versa. You need me, I'm there.
I think you're also missing The other large point I'm making is the fact that
I have it.
you have
I can't
it.
be a sociopath.
Yeah, like even if it's selective, that it's something that somebody has to build with you, you have it. You're not a sociopath.
I bet there's sociopaths out there that are like, I love my mother. I have empathy for my mother when she's in pain. Norman
Maybe,
Bates.
I don't know, probably.
Didn't he kill his mother? Probably. I think so.
Psycho?
That's a motel guy.
Psycho.
Bates Motel. Yeah. I don't think that's Psycho.
Pretty sure it's Psycho. Yeah, it's Psycho.
Psycho is Bates Motel? No.
Well, it's just like a young Norman Bates. Yeah, Psycho. They just made a TV series about it. Probably for, trying to make more money by bringing something back.
The idea being, everyone is like, there could be a dead person in my store right now. I'm not going to give CPR. I don't know you. Like, I'm going to call 911, handle it the way. I'm not going to try and go out of my way to save somebody else's life anymore. I used to be all about, like, doing for others and blah, blah, blah. That reciprocity bullshit never worked. It never worked in that way, where I would, like, help somebody off the side of the freeway, and then good luck would come to me. I never seeked it. I never wanted something in return, but it just never worked that way for me.
Maybe it happened in small ways that you couldn't see.
I've had a lot of luck happen. But I also know the reason why the luck happened, because it was like, well, if I do this, then a chain of events is going to happen, and bing, bing, bing. And I like planned for these very lucky things to happen, like the insurance that seeded my business and endeavors. I knew that was coming, and I knew it was there should there ever be something unlucky to happen. So I seeded that, so on and so forth. I didn't know to what degree, but that's my luck. I prepared for the future. Bada bing, bada boom.
Is that luck?
Yeah, because all of a sudden them from $1,000 policy giving me $80,000, that's pretty fucking lucky.
I mean, if you're planning for it.
I'm planning that if there is something, God forbid, to happen in the next 12 months, I will pay this, I will be protected.
I guess.
And then something did happen.
You were just prepared.
That's planning.
Yeah.
But that's my point. So prepare for your future. I think we are coming up to the end of our recording time at the moment. But we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out this video here. YouTube thinks you'll like it. This is a beautiful video. Yeah, click it. We'll see y'all later.
Life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past. But knowing me, my DeLorean will